This is Ahilya's Fort in Maheshwar, a serene riverside town perched on the banks of the sacred Narmada River in Madhya Pradesh. This ancient town whispers tales of valor, devotion, and divine legacy. At its heart stands the magnificent Ahilya Fort, a symbol not only Maratha strength but of enduring spiritual and cultural heritage. But beyond its strategic rampart and royal court lies a world of exquisite temple architecture, patronized and preserved by one of India's greatest female rulers, Devi Ahilyabai Holkar. The journey through the divine stonework and sacred silhouette that makes Maheshwar a living testament to India's temple architecture. Ahilya Fort was once the administrative seat of the Holkar dynasty under Queen Ahilyabai. She ruled Maheshwar from 1767 to 1795. She is revered not just as a ruler but as a temple builder, not only in Maheshwar but across India, from Kashi to Rameshwaram. Under her visionary reign, Maheshwar blossomed into the center of religion, craft, and learning. But it was in temple building that her passion truly came alive. Within the surroundings of Ahilya's fort and along the Narmada's cut, she commissioned more than 100 shrines, each steeped in unique architectural beauty. These temples are not just grand in size, but deeply refined in design, subtle, elegant, and spiritually resonant. The temples of Maheshwar reflect the Maratha style of architecture, with influences from North Indian Nagara traditions and the trace of Deccan style. One of the most striking features is the shikara, or the temple tower, which is curvilinear in form typical of Nagara architecture. The shikaras here are not excessively tall but harmoniously proportioned to the sanctum. Unlike the elaborate Dravidian gopurams of South India, Maheshwar temples are moss and more compact, often standing on the guts, blending seamlessly with their environment. The beauty lies in detail: lotus medallions, peacocks, Nandi bulls, and the scenes from the Ramayana, Mahabharata carved into the black stone. Most temples use locally sourced black basalt, which lends a graceful yet enduring quality. Despite centuries of exposure, the carvings retain sharpness and depth. Mainly, there are 4 temples: Rajeshwara, Aliyeshwar, Kashi Vishwanath replica of Kashi. Then there are temples of gods. Kashi Vishwanath temple. This is a replica of famed temple in Varanasi. This structure symbolizes Ahilyabai's devotions and missions to revive spiritual centers across India. Then comes the biggest one, Rajarajeshwara temple. This is located near the fort main entrance. This temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva. The sanctum houses the majestic lingam and it's surrounded by the ornate pillars. The roof and doorway carvings are among the finest in Maheshwar. The Aliyeshwar temple, built by Ahilyabai herself, it's a temple resembling a miniature palace. Its walls inscribed with her names and legacy. The temple complex includes multiple shrines and it's a Nandi Mandap and other is a masterpiece of symmetry and stone carvings. Then there are temples of cuts lined across the Narmada, temples like Maheshwar, Jaleshwar, and Annapurna added to the spiritual ambience of the town. Some are partially submerged in the river during the monsoon, creating a surreal reflection. Ahilyabai's temples emphasize spiritual intimacy over grandeur most of the cases. Compact size draws the devotees inward towards the silence of contemplation. The placement of templates along the riverbanks also follow the sacred geometry of Vastu Shastra, aligning energy points and natural elements. Sculptures employed age-old technique, chiseling by hand, aligning carvings with the solar patterns, and using minimal ornamentations to preserve the spiritual focus. This reflects a philosophy of devotion through simplicity, one where the divine resides not in opulence but in the precision and purity. The temple architecture of Maheshwar stands not just as a stone monument but as a living legacy, timeless example of sacred design rooted in humility and devotion. Ahilyabai Holkar did not just build temples, she crafted space where heaven meets earth, where Narmada's eternal flow whispers prayers through the sculpted stone. In each arch and altar, Maheshwar speaks of faith, of architecture. As we walk through the hollow pathways of Ahilya Fort and stand before its ancient shrine, take a moment. Let's close our eyes. Listen to the rustle of the river, the distant sounds of a shell, and the silence of stone. Witness to centuries of unbroken worship. Maheshwar, it is not just a destination, it is a living temple town.